where I got an input from the person from Tirunelveli Sadagupta College stating that your commerce doing a wonderful job. So this is the background. But what is very important is once if the people started praising us, then sustaining and keeping that record is really a very tough job. Reaching the heights is very easy. Maintaining the heights is very, very difficult. So now the pressure mounted to the Faculty of Commerce is more. So their competition, competing people is in a very huge group. So again, the pressure mounted to the faculty members. Because of that, now they started redefining the program in a different way. That's why I think they have coined the word redefining. Redefining in the sense what? Previously, commerce, they will come, they will work out all the problem, they will copy and they will reproduce and they will go. But now it is not like that. Now we are going to invite various people. We are giving a computer training. We are talking about data analytics. We are talking about Python programming. We are talking about application of commerce. And we are talking about online. What is meant by credit and what is meant by debit. That is also is there. So one end is like that, another end is like that. Because now if you put something, the system itself will through AI generate, they will post it in debit and they will post it in credit. So that is not the case. So what is very important is basics in accounting, whether it is profit as loss account or preparing a balance sheet or all these things, the manual things are very important. For first year, definitely the students should be very strong in the basics of accounting, basics of the commerce, so that they can move to the redefining. Redefining can take place, but when it can take place is only if you are strong in the basics of commerce and accountancy. So redefining in business environment, growth, innovation and resilience. Because of all these things only, all the companies started bringing more ERP systems. They started bringing more data analytical tools to analyze the business concept. So this is the preamble of this particular international conference. I understand that we have a very good experts. Even our chief guest was telling that you are able to get a good experts for various sessions. Dear students, this opportunity you will not get when you go out of this institution. Meeting all the people together is very difficult. Even I went for canvassing for member secretary election. For getting a vote for 10 days, I traveled around, every day I traveled around 350 kilometers, right? Down from Chengalpattu to Kanjipuram to university. Even in the university, I have to walk. So, meeting all the people is very, very difficult. I know that. But here, we are bringing all the experts to our place. Right from Suresh Kumar to Meghanathan to Vinodini, we're all there. How many of you know about the speakers you are going to come? I think you may not aware, because first thing is, first you should know who are all coming. When you go for higher learning institution, top institutions, what they will do know, when the conference is conducted, they have 3-4 chairs, 3-4 rooms, where the student will choose the speaker and they will go. But here what is happening, we are making the students to come for the auditorium in batches. But it will not happen in higher learning institution. The higher learning institutions, what they will do, they will see the panel. Hey, today Suresh Kumar is coming. He will speak very well. You should go there. And another panel, Vinodini is coming. You should go there. So the student will choose the speaker and they will go for various rooms to attend the lectures. So that is the status of international conference. But we are on a beginning stage. Only for the past 2-3 years only we are conducting international conference. 1997 when I joined, there is no conference, there is no seminar. Only there will be some cultural program in each department. But nowadays, for the past 4-5 years, I can assure, I can tell very strongly, after taking charge as a principal, I am able to conduct many conference and seminar to benefit the students' community. Still, I need more improvement. Before fixing all these things, where we have to create an awareness, the department have to create an awareness to the students' community who are all coming. Not like giving the invitation to the principal and giving the invitation to the secretary. 3 days before, every class teacher, they should go to the class and they should tell that these are the speakers are coming. They are the experts. So they have to give a preamble to the students so that the students will know who is going to come. Based on that, they will have an interest. That is missing in our institution. From coming years, I'm going to plan that for any international conference, for any seminar, a week before, there will be awareness program to be created, like blood donation. When I give this to the student, they will do wonderfully. When you want to have a blood donation, I can say the NSS students goes to all places, they will create awareness, they will bring the people to the NSS camp. If they want to go for marathon, for that we had a student, they went, they talk about those, say no to drugs, and they went and they had a thing. But conferences, usually, we are not concentrating much. These are the conferences conducted not for the faculty. As far as Dwarakadas is conducted, we are conducting for the students community. I am insisting the students to present the paper. And most of the department, they are presenting the paper. Only lagging is, before fixing the invitation should go to all the students. May I know whether you have received the invitation, all the students who are sitting here? Raise your hand. Those who have received the invitation, raise your hands. So you know all the speakers who are coming. Your class teacher who have given the things. Very good. So now I am very happy because these are the people getting and meeting them, getting the appointment and going them is very difficult. Where your faculty members are able to arrange that. I like to congratulate the whole department for organizing more faculty, more people for this. So with these few words, I like to congratulate the whole department and the faculty members and students for organizing this program successfully. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable and insightful words. As a token of gratitude and respect, I request Captain Dr. S. Santosh Babu, sir, a principal of Dwarakadas Govardhandas Vaishnav College and a patron and convener of ICAP 25, to felicitate our chief guest, Dr. R. Shanti ma'am, with a memento. Dr. J. Shamsundar, sir, to present the fruit hamper to our chief guest, Dr. S. Seshatrinathan, sir. Thank you, sir.
By invoking the blessings of Almighty, let me start the preamble address. Good evening to most esteemed secretary, respected principal, respected chief guests, distinguished speakers, respected delegates, and various department heads, and my dear professors, research scholars, and my dear students. It's an honor and privilege to present the preamble address for the first international conference on topic Redefining Growth, Innovation, and Resilience Approach. Redefining of business means what it is actually redefining. Can anyone answer what's meant by redefining? Redefining. It's nothing but called the technological innovation. Today we are on ChatGPT and we are in AI era. After 5 years it will be a new era, right? So due to the technical advancement, due to globalization and unpredictable changes, so due to that it is conventionally it is a growing rate, right? Day by day it is growing. And We have to adopt three things in this team, that is called transformation, adaptability, and sustainable. So this is the equivalent word for this. And main thing here, it is in this theme that is called redefining business growth, innovation, and resilience. One coin word is said to be that restart. Restarting something is redefining, right? I have quoted already. So about the conference, this for 2 days. 2 days. There are 16 panel members and 5 technical session. Each session will be 3 to 5 members will be there in session on human resource, marketing, business management, finance, auditing, banking. There will be a separate panel session, and simultaneously the paper session will be there. Paper presentation session will be there, and research scholar will be presenting the session. And we got the advisory committee. We got 25 esteemed members from various foreign universities, state university, industrial expert. This is about the preamble, and thank you all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Every great speaker brings a unique perspective that can ignite our imagination and drive us towards new horizons. Now I request Ms. C. Bhuvaneshwari ma'am, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce Shift 2, to introduce our chief guest, Dr. R. Shanti ma'am.
Jai Shri Krishna. Good morning to one and all present here. I have pleasure in introducing Dr. Shanti ma'am, the Dean of the Madras University. It is my great honor to introduce to you a highly esteemed academician, leader and visionary, Dr. R. Shanti, the current Dean of the University of Madras. Dr. Shanti has an impressive and distinguished career that spans over the 2 decades in the field of education. Her enthusiastic academic and professional journey is marked by significant contribution across the various domains, including the research publication, invited talks, projects, and accolades. Dr. Shanti has an amazing portfolio of 83 publications reflecting a deep engagement in research and scholarship. Some of her recent work includes the role of femme advertising in women's empowerment, a focus on FMCG brand campaign in India, January 2025, accentuation of brand through slogans rebranding, a structural equations model approach, Jan 2025. These publication has highlighted efforts in contemporary marketing strategies and their social implementations. She has also delivered 37 invited talks sharing her expertise on various selected commerce and marketing, including banking. Throughout her career, she has been invited to 5 significant projects demonstrating her commitment to advancing research in her field. Additionally, she has guided 14 research scholars, mentoring the next generation of academics and practitioners. In a recognition of her outstanding contribution, Dr. Shanti has received several accolades. She is honored Bharat Jyoti Award, an award given by the Indian International Friendship Society, IIFS. The award recognizes the people who has done an outstanding contribution in their specific field. Beyond her research contributions, Dr. Shanti leadership at the University of Madras has been instrumental in shaping the academic environment. Her vision and forward-thinking approach has propelled the university to the new heights, enhancing its reputation and excellences. She has been an active participant in numerous national and international conferences, and her insights have influenced a wide range of academic discussions. As an educator, Dr. Shanti is deeply committed to the growth and the development of the students. She has also mentored contents on various scholars and young professionals, inspiring them in search of full projects. Her passion for teaching and her dedication nurturing the next generation of us have made her an invaluable member of the University of Madras. We are incredibly, fortunate enough to have you and guiding us towards a greater success and excellence in the years to come. Please join me in inviting and extending a warm and respectful welcome to Dr. R. Shanti, our esteemed Dean. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Dr. S. Sheshatri Nathan sir, Associate Professor and Head, PG and Research Department of Commerce, to share few words with us.
Jai Shri Krishna and good morning everyone. Most respected Chief Guest Dr. Shanti, Head of the Department, University of Madras, my good friend Dr. Shyam Sundar, Professor A. Venkatesh, other faculty members of the Commerce Department, other faculty members from other departments, other faculty members from other colleges, research scholars, and my dear students. First, I would like to congratulate the Department of Commerce for organizing this international conference for 2 days. Come on, let us give a big round of applause. Business, redefining business, growth, innovation, resilience, etc., etc. Many experts are there. They'll be talking technically. I have not come here to talk technically. In fact, see, 30 years, 40 years back and all, our college is very famous for getting only business people. So corporate, Godown Street, Armenian Street, all these things. They did not have any formal education. They have not studied from any business schools, but they were doing business in a wonderful way. They were getting a lot of success, huge amount they earned, and customers also are very much satisfied. Now we are giving new jargons for business. Big threat for us is AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics, etc., etc., blockchain, etc. The day before yesterday only I had been to Mahakumbh Mela, Prayagraj. See, Modi ji and Yogi Adityanath did not have their formal education. How beautifully they were arranged. 30 kilometers radius, complete tent, everything. Every day on an average, one crore people have a different Ganges. Really amazing. Did they study from Wharton or Kellogg's or Harvard or IIM? No, definitely no. Therefore, we should not rather think that always only when you are joining into the business school will be in a position to achieve great things. Now I'm going to talk about one area only, ethical aspects. Ethical aspects of business when you are going to introduce AI and other things. 3 examples I'm going to give you. Tesla, Apple, and one more example, anything you can take it. These 3 had really faced a tough situation. Even during the toughest situation, they have not violated the law. Normally, lawmakers will be the lawbreakers. They have not violated the law because they are very particular. In the long run, when they want to survive, they have to continue with the ethical area. I can give you 1 or 2 examples. Companies which are there in India for the past 10 decades, 8 decades, Tatas, Birlas, Shingania, Topper, Mafatla, MRF, L&D, all these people, they were doing a business wonderfully without violating. They did not violate. That is why they could be able to survive. I can give you 1 or 2 examples. Those who violated came here, mobilized money, done business, ran away from the scene. Therefore, when you are business is not rather like I am saying, honest business you are not doing automatically. Your end is definitely sure. End is certain. Therefore, we know pretty well VUCA, volatility, complexity, and under this situation, how many companies will be progressing? You should know. The Enron, all of you know about Enron Corporation. In fact, they were doing a business in India. After some time, they have vacated. That is, they have closed. And our Toys, US-based company, Boats, US-based company. These companies, they came not able to survive. Therefore, only fittest will be surviving. And one of the person has mentioned Vivekananda's quotation. Arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Therefore, as an entrepreneur, as a student, you need to have a very clear-cut goal. See, 2 days conference, simply for the time past, we are not conducting. When you go out of this conference, you have to go with a message that the Vaishnav College has given me something, the Commerce Department has given me something. In fact, you should tear into pieces all the speakers. In fact, ask as many doubts as possible. See, any session, any program will be completed only when you are going to have a question and answer session. Don't think what my friend will think about me when I am going to ask question. Therefore, my dear students, these 2 days sharpen your knowledge. And present day generation, you are extremely good in the technology. Tech savvy students, in fact, slightly you should improve, because when you are in third year, then only after going to the college only you will come to know what is the industry's expectation. Industries are expecting a lot, in fact. When you are not up to the mark, they are not interested in giving job for Tom, Dick, and Harry. In fact, learning, nothing is power, knowledge is power. Not only knowledge is power, applied knowledge is power, in fact, and excellent communication skill with which the business you can take it to red right. But I'll tell you, in the year 2000, people are telling Y2K, computer is going to be introduced. 2000, so many problems will come. Everything was solved. And this AI, blockchain and all, Indians are the best people to take it. We are for changing the technology. We will accept. Red carpet welcome will be given by the Indians. One of the reporter asked a question to Bill Gates. What will you do when the Indians are going to vacate the US? Where Indians are going, where they'll start the business. That was the reply came from Bill Gates. All Google, any foreign company, I'll tell you, the majority of the people are Indians, in fact. Yeah. Wherever we go, we are hardworking, in fact. My dear students, from here also, many have to join, in fact. But nowadays, earlier people are going to US. Please, my sincere advice to you, sit in India. Stand here, itself you got plenty of opportunities. Opportunities are knocking at your door. You should grab it. If you miss it, will be a costly miss. Therefore, I don't want to take much of your time. Once again, my special appreciation and congratulations for the Department of Commerce, and thank you so much for the opportunity given. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Now I request Dr. J. Shyamsundar, sir, to felicitate Dr. S. Sheshadrinathan, sir, with a present. Thank you, sir. A picture is a poem without words. Now it's time to capture the precious moments. I kindly request all our esteemed dignitaries to have a group photo session. I request all the faculty members also to join the group photo session.
I request head of the department, PG Research and Economics, HOD Jaideep sir, please to join the dais, sir. Please, sir.
நீ ஃபோக்கஸ் உள்ளத்துக்கு உள்ள ட்ரை தாண்டி உள்ள வை கேமராவை தாண்டி ஜூம் பை ஓகே
Now I request Dr. J. Shamsundar sir to felicitate Jaideep sir with a fruit hamper. Thank you, sir. The most valuable thing we can offer today is our full attention as we welcome our speaker whose insights promise to enlighten and inspire. With this, I request our distinguished chief guest to address the gathering. The dais is yours, ma'am.
Good morning, most distinguished guests on and off the dais, faculty members, participants, research scholars, and my dear students. At the outset, I congratulate the department. I hear that this is a first conference, but I see this is very professionally managed, and you're talking about the panel members. Even I may not be able to do it. So I congratulate the team for their efforts. I know it's very difficult to get people from industry, and I usually organize only 2 panels. I saw many panels on various topics which is very relevant in today's context. And I also thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to be here. DG Vaishnav College is not new to me. I'm here for various occasions, but for a conference, yes, this is the first time. And addressing to a young mind is an opportunity you will never get. So let me just utilize it. So talking about the topic, I'm very much attracted to the topic, the one word, resilience. That is also very close to my heart. You need to adapt to the changes, whoever it is. As the principal was talking about, this is a 60 years the institution can survive just because it could adapt. Not just BCom general. You see, now you have various courses, BCom specialized courses. So you need to see what is required from the industry point of view and offer specialization so that it is not just with one course, but we can do it. With 11,500 students managing, it's not a simple task. So it is just this institution is also following or adapting to the changes. Now, let me just go to my slide. Talking about redefining business growth. As sir was also, secretaries are also talking about, initially, without any formal education, many companies survived. Yes, but the traditional strategies are not just enough in today's context. That means that previously there are only very few people managing, even one person can manage the entire store. But now you need to grow very big as a global company in order to survive. So Tata can survive because you see they are in everywhere they are in. Whether you take it as consultancy, whether you take it as automobiles, you name it, you are there and everywhere. So sir touched about Tesla and Google. I just leave it to you. Now I'll just concentrate only on few companies. So you're talking about redefining. So one thing which is very required for the survival of the business is that you need to adopt to the digital transformation, customer first approach, and then you need to manage the economic uncertainties. So these are all the few things which every company should take care. So we all know COVID-19 impact. The companies could survive only to those who are adapted to the changes. digital. Many even colleges also went to the digital mode. We did not stop the course. We again thought what will be the possibility, how to manage this show. So talking about personalization, and the next one thing is talking about sustainability. Yes, starting a business is very easy, but sustaining them. I'll give you one simple example. Voyo, you must have heard about it. Started by whom? I need some answer from the students. Started by whom? At what age? Can I hear it from you? Yeah. One person can get up and then answer yes. It was started by Ritesh Agarwal. At what age? In his early 20s. He went to attend an interview. He found that there are not many budget hotels were there. Then he started his idea, and now it has grown big, very big. I know there are some issues over there. I'm not touching about it because any company they will have their own issues. I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about that idea. See, idea, a budget room for one who is attending an interview or going for that. This Oyo is, I'm not a brand ambassador for that, please remember. I'm here just to talk about the achievements. As a young person, how he did it. The second is ID, which is very popular brand. Who is the owner? Mustafa. His case study is discussed in Harvard. Again, early 20s, he started the brand. He usually say the vada with the hole. It's very difficult to get the perfect hole in a vada. So, batter and other thing he started. He also faced, the secretaries I was talking about, ethical issue. He also faced some ethical issues. But then, he said, I'm only going to follow the ethics, and then now, even today, he is there as one of the family brand, sought after family brand, and never use the preservatives and other thing. So it is just an idea, a small idea. You have to see what is the gap that is there in the market, and accordingly we need to move on. Yeah, Amazon. This is what I told you about how they were able to, even during the COVID time, they shifted mostly to the robotics, and now they can deliver it in 1 day, within a day. Zara, yeah. Just I want you to go through this particular company case study. The owner, the founder father is a railway employee, and this guy, he went to a supermarket to buy. The supermarket refused to give a credit to him, so he did not continue the education. He went to a clothing store where he not just it is as a sales agent. It is not just selling. He just observed how the consumer is behaving, and now it is one of the popular brands. So it is not that I don't have. It is not the resources that makes you takes you to the height. I know one of the very very popular or one of the very good example which I love is that please Google it in you will find out. In one of the war, India versus Pakistan, okay, in Punjab border, our army came to know, not army, just one person was manning there. He came to know about Pakistani invasion just the previous day. Okay, 200 tanks are coming in, and we do not have any resources here. We do not have any resources. 200 tanks are entering from Pakistan side in a Punjab village. Lonawala. Please Google, you find out Lonawala incident. Only one army man was there. Even if you approach top people, it will take 2 to 3 days for them to come. Before that, the army will capture our place. So what you have to think, that is what we call it as out of box thinking. You know what he did?
அடுத்து
He asked the farmers to wet the field. So the tanks just could not enter. So it is just one person could manage 200 tanks just with one thinking. He did not, after seeing the tank, he did not run away. As an army person, he should be very courageous to follow. So please remember, it is not the resources that matters. That will not tell you the win or winning. It is your strategy. How within that particular resources, how you are able to face the competition, face what is the strategy you use. That determines your success. So just one army person who can face 200 tanks, and they were entered, it was so slashed and they could not move the tanks, and we got 200 tanks also, very brand new. Please read the incident. So that is what it is, the life is about. Yeah, you can skip Singapore Airlines video. Please go to the next. Tesla, I'm not covering because Secretary said also say, EV, they introduce EV and other thing, and Tesla is very popular, and you all know about it. Yeah, Netflix is also, it is not now DVD. Now Netflix, they know what is the trend, and accordingly you can just get anything in a fraction of a second. So digital, it is technology that has helped the company. They have predicted what the consumer needs. And yeah, Apple again, you must have seen Apple growth. Apple was about to, it was what to say, it was their success story was possible because of, yeah, please come forward. Who turned around this company? Yeah, Steve Jobs. So the leader matters a lot. You just cannot run away from the post and say, oh, what I am going to do. Please understand. It is just one spark, one strategy, one thinking. You call it as out of box thinking or critical thinking, whatever it is. Think differently, you will be able to do it. So, innovation, this is a resilience word. Just, you need to be little more flexible and adapt to the changes. We were just taking a chalk and talk, and once during the COVID time, we asked us, the college or university asked us to change to the digital mode. Yes, we did. So how flexible you are to adapt to the changes, how flexible you are to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is what is resilience is all about. Yes, I like this particular video. Please go through. Many times baby cries, we do not know what for. Is its stomach upset, or it needs water, or it is hungry, or whatever it is. So now Google has come out with a technology whereby it itself will identify, okay, the baby is crying for this. Great. So he has compiled all the cries and then see you identify markets in every way. Voice is nothing. Yes. Okay. The idea is that, okay, if baby cries, we do not know what it is, and now you have a Google Assistant which says, okay, this is the case. So I also used in one of the circumstances, in my car, usually this cat, okay, they just bring the small cats into our the car. So how to chew away these cats? It was a very difficult time for us because we do not know how many are there, how to do it. We used Google. Actually, that is, if you go Google it, you find out.
What's happening? I'm building something very cool with Vertex AI, and I would like to show you what I'm building. Please come and see. Hi, I'm Senthil Kumar. This is my AI idea. Last year, I had a baby girl. I typically take care of my baby during the night time. So my role is like, sewing the baby, make sure that it's sleeping. Sometimes the baby used to cry mid of the night. I really don't know why the baby is crying.
She was always crying, my baby. It's not only for hunger, so maybe she might feel some discomfort.
Sometimes what happened is like they start vomiting, and as a new parent, we were like getting panicked. Called the hospital, and 3 a.m. in the morning, we rushed to the hospital. And sometimes doctors say, "Hey, it's burping. Like you forget to do burp." My idea is like, is there is any way my baby can tell, "Hi dad, like now this is why I'm crying. Please take an action." Is there is any way I use technology to solve this? Is there is any way I can convert the baby crying into the language model? Like now I can understand as a new parent, not only me. Yeah, I immediately went to Gemini and asking it like, no, if there is any pattern for baby cry.
Actually, I searched it in Google and all, how to differentiate the baby crying sounds.
When I searched it, I come to know that all the baby in the world cry for 5 patterns. It follows certain frequency, certain rhythm, and certain amplitude the baby cries. Okay, when it's bite or hunger, baby cry aggressively. If it is more on like burping or thing, the baby pattern is different. And the next onwards, whenever my baby cries, I start recording it.
So I thought, why you're recording? No. I'm developing a program to find out why the baby is crying. Instead of recording her voice, you should console her. You should calm her down. That's what I said.
The goal is build a very simple prototyping app using Flutter. The goal of the app is just to record the audio sound. Then use Gemini models to identify this is a crying sample or not. Once that is found, like then my idea is to find pattern.
Yeah, you can
to that. So I
go to the next
basically
slide.
convert the.
I don't know whether I have time. This is the idea. Okay, I also used Google because I wanted to show away the small cats, and the mother cat is not there. So you can download cats, okay, cat voice. And when I use that, the small cats came out of the car. So it is easy rather than say it is an easy way to bring out the cat from the car. So technology is part and parcel of the life. Please go to the next slide. Yeah, Starbucks, AI driven. They just engage with the customers. I know it is little costly, but I'm just talking about the strategy. Where they say a beautiful ambience where you can sit, do your business, do your work over a cup of coffee, and it is very personalized also. Please go to the next. Microsoft, it's known for it. Please go to the next. Yeah, smart packaging. Yeah, this is a video, small video. Yeah, you can just go to the next one. So, Japanese watermelon, you know this example. It is square shaped. just because they wanted to pack it very beautifully, not like the watermelon what we get it here. And so they just wanted to use the space very beautifully. They don't want to leave that space also. So it is just idea. Yeah, Colgate this bamboo brush, eco-friendly. This is I'm talking about the sustainability. Sorry. Yeah, this is one of my favorite. Recently, one of the college when they organized, maybe this is for the organizers. One of the college when they organized and called the chat persons, they wanted to give a memento. They gave a memento this way. So in this memento there was a scan copy. Actually, they gifted one tree from this particular Mangal Taro. So when you scan it, you know where is this tree and who is protecting it. You can just see the growth. So this is a great idea. And this company has planted, you see over there, choose your cause. You can just choose whether it is for birthday, conference, women's day, whatever it is. You can just gift a tree to anyone, and who will take care of where it is. You can just maintain it. So that way, and they have different types of trees. This is one of beautiful idea for a sustainable growth. Next slide. Yeah, and my appeal to everyone here: please do not waste food. We waste a lot of food. You go to wedding, you attend wedding, whatever function we attend. Take whatever quantity you require. You can just go for the second, third filling. Who is going to prevent you, rather than throwing everything in the dustbin? You see, many people are without food, even twice, even one day meal. It's very difficult for them. And in our department, I have started giving food for 5 people. 5 rupees donated by the students, and every day they feed just 5 persons. Because I want to sustain this particular practice for a longer term. Not feeding 20 people, 50 people one day, it will be very difficult for us. So I thought a small attempt. It is. I just wanted to implant this habit in the minds of the students, saying that, see, there are so many people are there who need support, and we are so blessed. Our parents take care of us. I usually tell my students, அவையாரோட ஒரு பாடல் ஒன்று இருக்கும். அரிதரிது மானிடராய் பிறப்பதரிது. I know you all know. கூன் குருட செவிடு இல்லாமல் பிறப்பதரிது. அதிலும் ஞானம் கிடைப்பது மிகவும் அரிது. Okay, so let us utilize the opportunity. We have just one life. We do not know what is the future, what is the past. Let us don't talk about everything today. What I am going to do. Let us do something for the society. For our family, first take care of your parents, and second, do something for the society. This is my appeal. Don't waste food, please. Okay, this is segregating the waste. Next. You see, the world wastes 2.5 billion tons every year. And please remember, we are second in rank to China. It is in many colleges. If you go to big colleges, they will show today how much food is wasted, and I am alarmed by the data. I am actually alarmed by the data. So please let us take a pledge today not to waste food. Unilever. It is in order for the sustainability. So 3 things which this conference talks about: technology, redefining it, resilience, and the sustainability. Sustainability is the core for every business, every individual. So they are sourcing eco-friendly products in order to avoid carbon footprint. The next, please. Yeah, Walmart. Please go to the next. I have one more video. Go to the next. I may not have time for this. I do not know. Organizers. Yeah, digital banking. You have financial inclusion. You have mobile banking and other things for everyone. Please ask one request to the commerce graduates here is that you see one who is selling flowers and small people, small traders, they buy not from organized banks credit, they get credit from unorganized sector. Daily, morning if they get 100 rupees, evening they have to pay 110 rupees. Per day, 10 rupees. It is not 10% interest, my dear friends. It is, you walk out. One day, 10 rupees or 100 rupees. What is the interest? They pay a huge amount of interest. So, ask them to open an account. They may earn a lot of money, but actually they lose by paying interest to this unorganized. So, educate them. Ask them to come into the normal financial system. Go to the next. Go to the next. Yeah, I love this campaign by this company. I have a small video for you. Yeah.
As individuals, the single best thing we can do for the planet is keep our subjects on, reduce our overall consumption process. Awardware celebrates the stories we wear, keeps your gear in action longer than hair, and recycles your garments. Now we're changing the stuff. Welcome to Parliament, an online store used category where clothes that once sat idle in closets make their way back instead of the landing. So here's how it works. Start by buying used on oneware.com or new on Patagonia. Then you wear it. Pack some stories, great memories. You always repair and care. Stop using it. Trade it in at a Patagonia store. Go wash it, make it available to someone who will use it. You will get paid. So buy something new or used that you will wear. So there you have it. Quality gear that lasts and can get passed on. It's what we like to call always repair and care. Celebrate the stories you wear. Sign on your care.
Yeah, next. Previously, when we buy any products, we used to repair. Yes, cycle, motorbikes, fan especially, any electronic gadgets. But now the trend is use and throw. Again, you buy a new one. But if it is possible to repair at an affordable price, please, let us use the product. Don't just throw away and increase the wastages. Yeah, this is a 2 minutes video. Yeah, I like this particular video. So these are all edible cutlery items made out of vegetables, fruits and other things. And you can just not just eat, but you can eat the cutlery also. Please go to the next. Yeah, neo banking. Maybe next, please. Paytm, you all know how it revolutionized the Indian system, and now you can just transfer money across anywhere, everywhere. Next, please. Yeah, your favorite one, Apple writing tool. Now you use chat GPT and other things for assignment. I'm not asking you not to use. You have an idea, they ask the chat GPT, whatever it is, to improvise rather than depend solely on that. And this video, he is a salesman who will sit without doing anything, but use the Apple writing tools beautifully, write a report and submit, and everybody will appreciate. So this is an ad for that. Go to the next step. Yeah, the secret of change is to focus on energy, not fighting with the old, but building the new. Go to the next. I had actually one Abdul Kalam sir quote which says that the change should start from your house, from individual. Once Abdul Kalam sir came to our university to address the students, school students. One of the school students got up and asked him, the corruption is a major issue in India. How to eradicate it? Kalam sir was so quiet. He smiled. He said, you can just erase it in a day. Everybody was shocked. He merely said, ask your parents not to get any bribe. Not to give or not to get any bribe. Corruption will be erased forever. So I thank the organizers for giving me a wonderful opportunity to meet you all. And congratulate the entire team for the wonderful theme. And I request the students to utilize the opportunity. You have beautiful panel members. Learn from them. I organize panel discussion because not just the content, they know everything from the body language, how to do, what to do, etiquettes. Okay, they learn everything, and that will motivate also to do. Once I organize the international conferences in other 5-star hotels. Once I did Hyatt, and Dr. Shyam and Dr. Ramesh Kumar helped us to do it. Immediately he said, ma'am, in the boardroom meeting, ma'am. So that is the spirit. So that is the message we wanted to be organized for motivating to think in a different way. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for your graceful words and your valuable time. The smallest thanks is always worth more than the effort it takes to give it. Now I invite Mr. A. Venkatesh Sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, to render vote of thanks.
Jai Shri Krishna, and good morning to one and all here. It's an honor and a privilege to extend my heartfelt gratitude on this occasion. First and foremost, I express my gratitude to our esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Shanti. Ma'am, I am sure that our students will take a leaf of whatever you have told. Your presence and words of wisdom have truly set the tone for the conference. My heartfelt appreciation goes to our beloved Secretary, Shri Ashok Kumar Mundra, without whom I don't think this would be possible. And my sincere thanks goes to our own, the captain of the college, the principal, Dr. Santosh Babu, for his inspiring presidential address and the continuous support he has been extending to our department. I extend my gratitude to my own guru, Professor Dr. Sheshadri Nathan, for giving a pep talk, a very interesting talk this morning as to ignite our minds as to how to go about the whole thing. And a special thanks to our head of the department, Professor Dr. Shyam Sundar, for delivering the theme address, which provided us with a perspective on the objectives of this conference. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the faculty members of the department, the organizing committee, and the participants for their enthusiastic participation, which has made this inaugural session a grand success. I conclude this vote of thanks, wishing everyone a sweet time ahead in this conference. See you. Bye.
Thank you, sir, for the artful vote of thanks. Technical session 1 will begin shortly. Students, kindly occupy the seats. Please don't move out. Student, please kindly be seated.
Yeah, students, kindly be seated. The next session will be the paper presentation. We are waiting for the people to occupy the dais. So till now, you can just be seated in the respective places. Please maintain the decorum of the college. Don't go here and there. Yeah, session 1 will take place after the tea break. Will be shortly announced. So till then you can see to your place. You can take back your places.
கனெக்ட் ஆகுதா பாரு ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கலாம் லைவ் போயிட்டு லைவ் இது
Yeah, your kind attention. Now it's going to be technical 1 session which will go on between 11 to 1. Those who are taking part, you can just assemble in Krishna Block, 2nd floor. Yeah, sorry, 1st floor, seminar hall. Yeah, our volunteers will take you. So you can just go to the 1st floor, seminar hall, Krishna Block. Those who do not know the Krishna Block, a volunteer will accommodate you. Please just move on to technical session 1, which is going to be conducted between 11 to 1. Thank you.
அப்புறம் ஃபுல்லா ஆஃப் ஆயிரும்டா.
and spirituality. His immense knowledge in life skills, soft skills, personality development, leadership skills, interpersonal relations, and man management helped thousands of professionals and student community to create and recreate their success stories. A successful and certified career course counselor enriched thousands of students' life in the process of understanding, analyzing, and finalizing their career and educational destination. Added to this, he has assisted them in getting the right recruitment. He had successfully used varied and functional exposure to guide, mentor, and motivate individuals towards great success. Through critical and innovative activity-based training, his ability to connect with the audience and better meet everybody's capacity to learn and good understanding of subject matter and a passion for training and his great position. Today, we are honored to have you as a part of a panel discussion on digitalization 5.0 in HR and strategic leadership in digital age. His expertise will undoubtedly provide valuable perspectives on navigating the challenges and opportunities of the digital era. Let's give a big round of applause to welcome Mr. Simon Anandraj, sir. So please occupy the desk. Moving on to the next speaker, organizational development and strategic leadership are key drivers of success in digital era. Our next speaker is a distinguished expert in these fields, guiding organization towards excellence through innovative strategies. It is a privilege to introduce Ms. Suchi Hindoja, Practice Head OD at Marfa Strategic Consultants. With her deep expertise in organizational development and leadership transformation, she has helped businesses to navigate change, build high-performing teams, and drive impactful strategies. Ms. Suchi is a seasoned HR consultant with over 2 decades of shaping organizations through impactful HR strategies. As practice head and HR advisory at Marfa Strategic Consultants Private Limited, she has assisted in transforming over 200 businesses from startups to conglomerates by building and nurturing human capabilities. The visionary behind Marfa's HR Elevate program and a part of ISB's Hyderabad's PLAT program, Suchi is an alumni of Wellington Institute, Mumbai. With expertise in organization development, performance management, total rewards, and workforce planning, she is known for her sharp insights and strategic problem solving. Today, she joins us for the panel discussion on digitalization 5.0 in HR and strategic leadership in digital age. Her insights will offer valuable perspectives on how organizations adapt and thrive in this rapidly evolving landscape. Let us give a warm welcome and a big round of applause to Ms. Suchi Hindoja.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. I now request Ms. R. Indumati, ma'am, Assistant Professor, to introduce our respectable panel members, Mr. Vasudevan, sir, and Dr. Amtul Tawab, ma'am.
Jai Shri Krishna. Good morning, everyone. It is my immense pleasure to invite the next panelist for the session, Mr. P.S. Vasudevan, sir. Sir is an international corporate trainer, an international certified leadership coach, a master trainer, a certified psychometrist, and a business analyst for last 2 decades. He holds multiple postgraduate degrees and an MPhil. He has specialized in psychology and business administration. In addition to that, he has various degrees and certification. Until 2020, Sir has served as creative coach and consultant for Tanishq and leadership trainer for Samsung and Wipro. Presently, Sir is a leadership coach for 3 major corporate companies and also trains the Hindu Group and other multinational organizations. He personally coaches CFO, CEOs and other leaders across the globe, including the US, Australia, Dubai, Germany, etc. He also teaches psychology and being a mentor at Shankar IAS Academy, Chennai. His training expertise extends internationally, having delivered training programs in Nepal, Dubai, South America, and Singapore. Additionally, Sir regularly shares his knowledges with institutions such as Public Prosecutor Body, Income Tax Department, Law School of Excellence, and other professional organizations, including B schools. A writer, a content developer, he has contributed numerous articles to various publications and institutions. He has also presented research papers at international conference. A great orator and a debater, he has actively participated in speeches and debates on radio and television channels. And I humbly request you to join the dais, sir. Please. Moving to the last panelist for the session, Mr. M. Abdul Taba is currently serving as a principal and head of the PG Department of Commerce at Qaida College for Women. Ma'am started her career as a lecturer in commerce at Jebas College for Women and served from 1997 to 2000. With 25 years of teaching experience, Ma'am has learned many accolades for the contribution to academia. She has successfully organized several academic events, including sponsored national conference, a seminar sponsored by Ministry of Corporate Affairs, a seminar in association with ICSI. Additionally, Ma'am have conducted more FDP symposium workshops in collaboration with Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology. Beyond academics, she also actively contributed to society by serving blood donation camps, tuberculosis awareness programs, and AIDS awareness programs. Her dedication efforts in humanitarian basis were recognized with an award of appreciation from University of Madras. In 2014, she was invited as a chief guest on Tandi TV on the show Makkal Munnar to discuss life-oriented issues. She also participated in Patimantram and Vivada Medai organized by World Women Health Forum. She is honored with the Best Vivadam Award also. I would like to welcome ma'am. Okay. So ma'am will be shortly joining. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful introduction and for setting the perfect tone for this insightful discussion. Before we proceed, it's our privilege to felicitate our esteemed panelists. For this, I request Dr. Shamsundar sir and Ms. Sasireka ma'am to felicitate our respectable panel of experts. I now request Dr. Shamsundar sir to felicitate Anand Simon sir.
Hello.
And now Ms. Suchi Hiloja ma'am. And now Mr. Vasudevan sir. I request Shamsundar sir to felicitate Ms. Amtu Dawab ma'am. Thank you, sir, for honoring our esteemed panel members. The session starts now.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. It's such a great pleasure to be part of this beautiful and really meticulous international program. To put a structure, we will take 2-3 minutes to explain what is digitization, and then we move on to discussing what are the pros and cons of the same, and what is in for every one of us. So, talking about digitization, it all started in the 1990s. It was 1.0, where most of your pages become e-pages, your music become digital. By 2000, if you see the 2.0 took over, And this 2.0 is where your ERP and other technologies came about, making life easy. But the beauty is about the industry 4.0 and along with digitization 4.0, wherein we had tremendous changes because the decision making part of it came to this computers and artificial intelligence era. There are of course pros and cons for that. Let's not talk about the cons much, but let's talk about the pros of this. Whether digitization is a solution or not, we are yet to witness it. It has its own downs, I mean the cons. But talking about the pros, it has completely changed our life. Japan has come out with a product where you don't have to take bath. I mean, you will take bath in your bed, which is nothing but a kind of pod, a sleep pod, wherein you get inside in the night, you sleep, you have your bath, and then come and fresh in the morning. And today, if you see earlier, we lived up to only 50 years. But today, we can live up to 80 years thanks to artificial intelligence. Especially if you see the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, they have taken the X-rays of all the people around the world who had problem with their chest. They fed it to the artificial intelligence. Now it can take your chest X-ray and tell whether you are prone to get pneumonia or what are the chest problems. And today you all will be wearing a smartwatch which can tell your blood pressure. It can talk about your dehydration status and other things. We were hunters-gatherers and then we moved to agriculturists. From agriculturists, the industrial revolution started. Once the industrial revolution started, all the hunter-gatherers, agriculturists came to industries. But thanks to 2000, the e-com era, the information technology era completely changed everything. And today, it's a digital world. The greatest thing as a psychologist I see the digital world is people cannot talk nonsense. So immediately people can go to ChatGPT and find out whether the other person, what is he telling us, true or not. So that's the beauty. And earlier in my days, we never had a Google. So I couldn't get into Google to find out. So I had to ask any Tom, Dick and Harry who will give all kind of unwanted advices. But youngsters are very lucky today you have a chat GPT where you can get the data. But don't put your disease in Google. Google will compel you to believe you have the disease. Kindly don't do that mistake. With this, I would request all the other people to share what is their expression opinion about chat. I mean, artificial intelligence and digitization.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Okay, so happy to see you all, and I just want to say that I'm very proud to sit here. I'm very honored to sit here. So there are two things that we have in common, me and all of you. One is I'm also a commerce graduate, so I know how it has helped me, in my entire professional journey being a commerce graduate. And second is I'm a Vaishnav. So Vaishnav, being Vaishnav is basically not just being a Krishna follower, but the foundation of belief system of Vaishnavism is how do you kind of understand the pain of the others and being able to help. So whether it is in the personal, professional, social, in all aspects, the focus has to be on how you can make things better for the world. And very valuable. I in fact I didn't know about the Japanese bath until I heard it today. So thanks for enlightening us. So being in this profession for so many years, I realize that it is an ever evolving. Humans are ever evolving. Generations are ever evolving. So what we were in college versus what you are in college, there's a significant difference. The kind of resources available for different generations are very different. And if we talk about the current time and the topic we are here to discuss, the 5.0 as we say, is, the artificial intelligence, where the knowledge is not limited to humans. So, there is, if there's a doctor sitting in, an operation theater, there was time when the success of the surgery was dependent on doctor's knowledge. However, that scenario is completely changed. And in every profession, artificial intelligence has evolved like that. So the thing is that, now it is all about how do you ensure that there is an ethical use of, the information that you have is being done. So, that is going to be the key essence. So there is, as you all know, human resource is all about enabling, organizations with the required people capabilities. That's the core objective of having an HR department in an organization. So how does artificial intelligence and people and business, all three of these things connect? Basically, the productivity, the performance, if there's anything that we are constantly repeating, how do you kind of automate? In one line, I would say that is all about, using the artificial intelligence well. So, before I kind of bore you guys with a little longer, speech on this, I would request my co-panel members to contribute, and then we can, chat over it.
Thank you. So I'm actually, I don't know, much elevated by sitting in the dais with great minds, and I'm just admiring. I know for a moment I was like in a base of that I was get stuck there and I was thinking what to go. But when we talk about AI and other things, basically what's happening right now is like rightly Sir told. If somebody says something, immediately we go to ChatGPT and check whether it's right or wrong. But corporates are evolving. Actually, they want original ideas. Recently, I was having a program with a couple of companies. I've trained almost 200 corporate companies, still associating with them. And now they are asking livelihood or everyday career is slowly moving out. Okay, you have to understand the evolution that's happening is Tata Mari Baba. Okay, earlier it was like a then it grown, it became like a fatherly. Now it is like a grandfather. Okay, so because your emotional intelligence, I was even discussing with him, saying that human evolution is happening in every dimension, like spiritual, emotional, intellectual. But we are focusing more on technological part because business happens from there. A lot of this conversation, ma'am, over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon to one and all. Really, I'm very glad to be here and just seeing you, the youngsters, the researchers, and I just take this opportunity to thank the Vijay Vaishnava College principal as well as Dr. Shyam Sundar sir who invited me in this panel discussion. Thank you very much, sir, for this golden opportunity. So here actually the previous panel members and moderator just gave you a clear idea about what the latest changes we have in the fields. Every field we have a lot of changes. Changes alone is constant. The only thing is what we have to do is we have to be adaptive and we have to prove that we are something special, as the previous panelist just told, that what you have to do is you have to give new ideas. To give new ideas and then just to improve yourself, that you can find there is a lot of gap between the acquired skill and the required skill. Just what we are learning in the institution, the formal education, whatever gives the knowledge, the skills, that is not sufficient. So if you happen to just go for the interview, their requirement is entirely different. So to match the difference, what is helping is this, helping you to learn things, what is required. The learning platform, the latest online learning platform helps a lot. And actually we can see this is helping the HR managers to recruit the talents, the required talents they are able to just recruit. The thing is actually we have things. Only thing is how we are going to use it efficiently. So efficiency is very important thing. From the point of view of organization, profitability, productivity, efficiency, these are all the things, and their aim is same. Whether it is the olden days or the latest generation, the objective is to focus on their organizational goal. So how they are going to achieve the organization goal easily with the help of this latest changes, with the help of artificial intelligence, with the help of machine learning. So how they are taking leverage of this technology, that plays a very important role. And especially taking decision. The latest technology is helping the organization to take wise decision with the help of the latest technology, especially machine learning is helping them to understand the pattern and what will be the future, and accordingly they can take a right choice, right decision. So these are the things actually making our life easier. Only thing is understanding it is important. Okay. So what is important is technically actually those who are in the field of HRM, well, we don't require the skills what the software engineers have. Only the application. Okay. So easily we can learn how to make use of the tools. So understanding and applying the tools is important. So with the help of the application, easily we can excel in every field. So the main focus should be what we have to do is we have to finish off the work efficiently by consuming less time, and then just making the organization to feel that we are worth hiring. So that is important thing. So that's how, as an actually recruiter, we have to think as a HRM managers, they are just seeing you only as a resource, human resource, okay? Because that is an important resource. Efficiently, they have to utilize it. It's a key important resource for the management. Only if they recruit a right choice for the right job, they'll easily achieve their goals. So just giving from my point of view, because here we have the panelists from the industries, and they'll add more points to the discussion, and that will give you more insight on this topic. Thank you. And
that was really great. A very good insight about this. Now, the first question of people ask is, will I get a job or will I lose a job? Whether digitization will help us. Once ChatGPT came, everybody started plagiarizing to the extent they had to come out with another software which can find out whether it's an original source or plagiarized. This is the first one. Now, coming to whether you will lose your job, certainly not lose your job, but certain competencies. According to McKinsey, what will happen is low cognitive skills, where you don't need to apply your cognitive skills. Certainly, these people will have a problem. But in case of higher cognitive skills, where you are an analyst, or if you are going to be in a strategical role, certainly nothing is going to happen for that. So, what are your some opinions about job loss? Specifically, people are worried whether we will lose the job to artificial intelligence.
In my opinion, I think the important element is, as an employee, there is a need to constantly keep upskilling yourself, and the effective use of technology is where everything has to be aligned. I'll give you my own example. So 10 years back, when I was doing consulting, organizations asked me to write job descriptions, organizations asked me to write HR policies, and we had to study many things to be able to write that, which can be done at a click of a button. But today, where I'm adding value is in an organization, what are the where is the business evolving? What kind of risks that business can take it is something that AI is not going to answer. Because, probably AI will give all the options on what risk you can take, but what the actual risk is going to be taken by the business only. So, what are the implications of it on people? and how do you kind of add value on it? Whether it's also about on the softer side, whether it's to do with culture, like he mentioned, the entire emotional, well-being of an employee is a place where AI is not going to contribute. So, how do you kind of ensure that we are creating a system which is, which is motivating for everybody to work with, work at, and it is a place where we are constantly nurturing the talent. But when there are efforts made on nurturing the talent, the onus also lies on the talent per se to constantly make an effort to upgrade themselves. So if we stop doing that, then definitely we are out of job, whether in presence of technology or in absence of technology. So the important aspect is you need to constantly keep asking yourself, am I doing something better than what I was doing yesterday? That's it from my side.
Thank you. So I have a question for all of you here. How many of you really like a 9 to 5 job? Please raise your hand. Sir, 9 to 5 job, I really love it. Anyone here?
They don't get up at 9 o'clock. That's the problem.
Okay. So I believe it should be around 100 and 100. We have only 10 people raising their hand. Rest, most of you don't want a 9 to 5 job, right? Yeah, why? Why you don't want a 9 to 5 job? Any answers? Why? Because you get bored very easily. Today, AI is not replacing people. It is your EI that is replacing you. You got it? It's not the technology. We are bringing. The other day, I was talking to a scientist. He was telling like we are in the urge of creating a lot of new chatbots, and we are in the urge of creating a lot of machines, because we are not getting people. People are not ready to do things. That's a reality. So the more you are confined, and as ma'am told, your adaptability skills, and as ma'am told, your upskilling skills, the more you are going to focus, you have a lot of opportunities. I don't know how many of you know how many industries are there in India, how many different kind of domains like medical science and teaching, like that. How many domains? Any guess? How many industries are here? Like how many domains are there for a career? Any guess? You'll get 500 rupees if you give the right answer. Okay, 5,000. Because I know for sure you don't know. Even I don't know. Yeah, there are more than 5,000 domains that's available. Do you understand? So there are a lot of opportunities available. The problem is like in our generation, probably I think I'm the most youngest. So just kidding. So in our generation, the problem is we have less opportunities. We have confusion which one to choose. We have very less opportunities. Your generation, you have lot of opportunities. You get into confusion. So the main thing is it's not AI who is competing with us. It is EI again, which is competing with us. The more you are ready and the more you are clear about your next step will unveil itself towards. That's the beauty of life. And ma'am, over to you.
Sir rightly pointed out that actually decision making problem actually we didn't have in those days, because we had a limited options we had. But nowadays you have a lot of options, and thing is a proper analysis. The data analysis will help you a lot to take a wise decision. So the things, data, that is important, but the decision is yours. So what you have to do is you have to properly using the technology, you can analyze, you will get the result. Finally, when you are taking a decision, the wise decision, only you have to apply your knowledge, you have to apply your things, what is actually the current market conditions you have to study. Exactly what is happening and what will be the future. You have to forecast the future with the help of the data analysis, and finally decision is yours. Okay, so actually thing is nowadays it is very challenging for handling the Gen Z generations, being HR managers and all. They'll find it difficult because for you have a lot of knowledge with you. You have skills. Only thing is, unless and until you have the interest, you will not work for it. So, the first identifying the interest and then just recruiting it is a big challenge for the HR department. HR department has to just use all the tools to just test whether you are suitable for the post or not. And the thing is, if you have the interest, even if you don't have the skills and the knowledge, you will definitely take extraordinary efforts to acquire those knowledge and skill. So only thing is the basic interest that will take you to a higher growth. Okay, so all these things are actually complicated only when we think, but when we work, we feel everything is possible and nothing will stop you to grow unless and until you have your own interest in it. And organizations, they are actually using the technology wisely, and what they are doing is just the thing is market conditions, analyzing the market conditions, and then identifying the challenges, identifying the developments, everything they are doing it, and the major decision when they are just taking it, they are just taking everything into consideration, and opinion is derived. The thing is, individually, usually people will not take decision because in different perspective, things has to be decided. So a panel of people, they'll just with different fields, they'll sit together, they'll have the discussion, and finally they'll take the decision. So we require the human resource are very, very essential, and different diversified experts are required to take a wise decision in any field. Thank you.
Wonderful. So first thing is, how many of you tech savvy? How many of you know Python? Java. So that's what's going to be the need. Oh, beautiful. That's going to be the need of the hour. The one problem that this generation has is attention span. Your grandparents watched movies for 4 hours. Your parents for 2 hours. Now you are watching 30 seconds of shorts. My nephew is watching shorts. Zoop, zoop, zoop. I said, it's all gone. They read books of 1,000 pages. Then your parents 200 pages. Today you don't read books. Cricket match, those days it was for 5 days. Then it became probably 1 day. Then it became T20. And next it becomes T10 and going to be T1. 1 over, no, just 1 ball. Just put it and leave. So attention span is going to be a major problem, and artificial intelligence is going to complement. We don't know whether it's going to do good or bad. Long back, the Britons were afraid of cobras, so they told the Indians, if you catch a cobra and give us, we will pay money. And everybody caught cobra, got the money. But in due course of time, the Britons found more cobras. So they sent an investigation team to find out what's happening, and they found that every Indian was throwing cobra in the background. So whether this artificial intelligence is going to help us or destroy us, we need to wait and watch. But the good side is more. Those days, as she rightly said, resumes has to be sorted out. You need to write JDs, KRAs, and KPIs. But today, what is happening when you send a resume? I put the resume in the system, and I have a software which will go to your Instagram and LinkedIn and find out what you're up to. And we have rejected a couple of candidates because of they use cuss words and profanity in their Instagram. So what is going to happen? How it is going to interfere with HR? Whether it's going to make the selection process easy or tough, or you guys are going to find new ways and means to cheat the HR. So this is the next highly debatable thing. Yeah, I think maybe panel can add more to this.
So, yeah. So I think all of you are getting bored, or I see a lot of noise. But that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. I mean, it's only a reflection of how interesting and how much value we are adding. But what we're here to probably, help you all is, see, first thing if I have to say, how you guys are different from any other stream. Commerce is basically closest to the business. Do you agree? Yes or no? Yes or no? Can I get a yes at least? Okay, great. Okay, how many of you do you have Chat GPT in your phone as an application?
Yeah.
Very few, yeah. What about the rest?
Lot of people.
It's free app. Why don't you all download it today as a takeaway of this program? Yes, for the rest of you who do not have ChatGPT in your phone, is there a reason why you don't have? Anybody would like to have a mic? Or is it something we have not downloaded out of ignorance? Are there people who are scared that their data will get lost or their personal data will get exposed, which is why they're not downloading ChatGPT? Anybody like that? Please raise your hand. No, right? Okay. So the rest of you who do not have this application, or it could be any other. I mean, I'm not ChatGPT is not paying me to promote them. There are a lot of other AI apps also that you can download. So the idea is that how do you make good use of the knowledge which is available at a click of a button. And like they mentioned, I'm assuming most of you are either in your graduation journey or at a post-graduation journey and wanting to get a job after this, right? How many of you are looking at a job after you finish this course? Nobody wants a job? Wow. Okay, so only 10% of you are planning to work after this course is over. The rest of you are planning to do what? Join father's business or hang out, or that's fine. So I'm saying that maybe you're in your graduation and you're planning to do masters, but eventually you're going to work, right? Yes? No? Can I get a yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So all of you aim to, at the end of it, either start their own business or get into a job. So in both the cases, the use of technology and having a very progressive HR department around you is going to be extremely crucial. So in both cases, what is going to be important is how do you nurture talent? And for that, to be able to understand that side, you have to ensure that whenever there are people around you, including today, where somebody is trying to help you grow, where somebody is trying to help you learn, you grab onto it. So it is not, a particular qualification that makes you successful. If you go back and see the history of people who've been very, very successful, it is not their academic marks or it is not, the kind of courses they have done. It is their hunger of absorbing knowledge, whether it is from technology, whether it is from AI, whether it is from people around there, whether it is from experience. How do you ensure that you have an appetite to learn and you're finding every opportunity to grab some knowledge from every instance that you have in life? I think that's going to be most crucial, and it will keep you relevant throughout your life if this does not stop. That's all.
Okay, quick question. How many of you know or heard about psychometric analysis? Psychometric analysis. Have you ever heard about this word? Kellypatrikingla. Psychometric analysis? Illa. Nobody. Okay. Guys, you are 5 years beyond the industry level. Today we don't call you to make, we don't do interviews. What we do is we send you a link. We'll get your resume. We'll email a link to you. You have to just click the link. Click panna, you'll get a 50 to 100 questions. You have to just answer the questions honestly. You can't manipulate that because back end we are using AI for that. Okay, I'm using a psychometric analysis called MCMF, My Choice, My Future. So once you complete this analysis, a 20-page report will be generated, which will give the jadagam of your attitude. You got it? Scary, no? You give just answers and you can't manipulate the answers. It will be very simple questions asking you like what you do in your, as soon as you wake up, what you do? What is your daily routine? Very simple questions. And you give honest answers. We'll know whether you will suit this job or you don't suit this job. So today, a lot of companies are moving into AI-based psychometric tools. And you know what? Now, there was one particular college, I don't want to name that college. I'm giving training for the students to crack the psychometric analysis. What you can do in order to manipulate the psychometry. We are the next level. Purida, how many of you understand? Please raise your hand. What we are doing here, where we are traveling. See guys, we have to be ahead of our time. Okay, we have to be ahead of AI. AI is like 10 years or 5 years, ahead of us. We have to be 10 years ahead of that, and with that, which is possible actually. So today, in next, by the time you complete your studies, and after 1 year or after 3 years, when you are going to apply yourself for an international MNC, you are applying for a job. They are not going to call you. They are not going to talk to you. They are just going to send you a link, and in that link, you will be having the questions. You have to answer that. That's done. We'll know your stability. We'll know your knowledge. We'll know your attitude. We'll know your critical thinking. We know your analytical thinking, and we know your strength, your weakness. We know what time you go to sleep, what time you wake up. We don't know. We even know why you sleep, why you don't sleep. You have a problem, we have a solution. So a 30-page report or a 20-page report will tell exactly who you are. இப்போ ரீசெண்டா ஒரு HR ஃபோன் பண்ணி கேட்டார், சார் பொண்ணு பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிறேன், இந்த அனாலிசிஸ் அந்த பொண்ணுக்கு வைக்கலாமா அப்படின்ட்டு. I சொன்னா don't do that. Okay, that will spoil the whole, the interesting part of the marriage. If you like her, go ahead. சொல்ல முடியாது. இன்னும் ஒரு 2-3 years கழிச்சு இதெல்லாம் எக்ஸாஸ்ட் ஆச்சுன்னா I might be doing that also. Okay, so if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, do the analysis for both of you. I'll tell you how much percentage it will match. Olden days 10 பொருத்தம் சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, ஒரு மேரேஜ்னா 10 பொருத்தம். இப்ப அப்படி இல்ல. You have to be fixed in 36 different thought patterns. Two human beings have to be balanced in 36 different thought patterns. Okay, we'll come back to that later, but today I request, as she said, like, please go ahead and download your ChatGPT, and I also want you to go ahead and do a small analysis on what is psychometric analysis, how this is used for students, how this is used in corporate industries, and yeah, if anyone post this session, if you are interested more about that, you can talk to us also. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
So after hearing this, maybe okay, in psychometric test, all these tests we have to go through to get a job. Let's just start a business. You may be thinking in this way, but nothing is actually easy. Okay, whether you to get a good job or to start a business. So start a business, to become an entrepreneur also, you have to be very alert. You must know what exactly happening in the business, scanning the business environment, and then you have to just focus only on the objective. Initially, lot of struggle will be there. As madam told, actually failure is an important component for growth and success. So everything you have to face it. So nothing is easy. Okay, nothing is easy. First of all, we should have this in mind, and we have to work hard. Usually, working smart is with the help of artificial intelligence tools. You can just work smart, but work hard. The concentration is also very essential. Only that will help you to achieve your goal. So success will not just come as we are thinking. We have to work for it. Only then we'll get the success. And regarding this, all this latest development, the technology, the field of everywhere we have the development, okay, and the development, whatever we have, unless and until we just adopt it, apply it in for the growth and the development, we cannot survive. Okay, survival for the survival for the fittest. Okay, so to survive, what we have to do is we have to know what exactly the latest tools, how it is helping us. As madam said, you please, if you don't have the ChatGPT, if you don't have, because all these things are freely available. We are not going to pay anything for it. So just download it and you make use of it. So nowadays, even preparing for PPT is not an easy thing. I actually, in the initial stage, when I was just preparing PPT for my presentation, I learned from my student. But nowadays, just I asked my son to prepare a PPT, I gave the topic, immediately in few seconds he has prepared the PPT and it has even said, Ma, apply this artificial intelligence so that will help you to get you this. Everything with pictures, key points, actually everything he has covered. Actually he is not commerce background, he's actually an engineering student. but he has prepared well. Only thing is, if we have the knowledge, easily we can present the PPT. So application of knowledge is also important. Acquire knowledge easily. You can for the expanding your knowledge also. Actually, the latest technology is helping a lot. As Madam and Sir told that just Google, you just search for it. Immediately you are getting a lot of information. Only thing is you have to be careful whether whatever information you get is actually a reliable information or not. Okay, so nowadays for diseases, for the treatment and all, they go, we'll be having a very small issue, but by seeing the information in the online now, what we think is we are having a big issue and that is actually creating a lot of stress. Don't do that. We have experts, when medical practitioners are there, they have studied especially to treat us, so don't take all this risk. So what you have to do is you have to use the open knowledge, open sources to expand your knowledge, and at the same time you have to be very careful whether it is reliable or not. Take the reliable source of information for taking any important decision. Okay, thank you very much.
So the very important aspect when digitization is not followed, what happens? There was a company called Kodak. The Kodak was manufacturing film rolls. But in 1970s itself, they manufactured cameras, that too digital cameras. But the company felt if we start promoting digital cameras, they'll not be able to make rolls. So they didn't do it. They didn't upgrade. If you're not updated, you'll be uprooted in the market. You have to be careful. How many of you heard of Yahoo? Anybody uses Yahoo? Yeah. Still using Yahoo? Okay, good. So Google went to Yahoo and told, we are also a search engine. Why don't you buy us? But Yahoo said no. People don't come to Google for searching. They come to read news, look at the stock market and other things. Then Yahoo couldn't update, so Yahoo's market went down. Today, the primary browser is Google. So today you have to Google to find out what has happened to Yahoo. The same thing happened with so many industries for that matter. There was a company called Blockbuster. Blockbuster is you rent VHS to watch movies. At that time, Netflix went to Blockbuster and told them, hey, we are a streaming service, why don't we work together? Blockbuster told Netflix, idiots, nobody is going to stream movies. Now, Blockbuster has become a big blockbuster. Netflix has overtaken that. So, go and read some case studies of various companies where they have not used digitization. And when it comes to HR, a whole lot of things are going to happen, starting from the interview. And you might be surprised tomorrow your interview panel might be artificial-based robots. In China, it's happening. The HR managers are robots. One company's CEO is a robot. News readers are robots. And Chinese guys are marrying robot girls. You don't know what's exactly the reason for this. So let's talk about some of the advancements. Maybe some of you can throw some more light on what's happening with artificial intelligence.
So yeah, see, I have to konjam pinadi ponom. Human mind has this tendency of slavery. Okay, we are in constant fear. That's why a lot of religions study came. Okay, so what's happening right now in the spiritual or a psychological philosophical point of view is we want to be controlled by someone. நம்மள சும்மா விட்டா நம்மள என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஒன்றும் பண்ண மாட்டோம். Yes or no? Like அப்பா, imagine that your parents are not going to say anything at all. நாளைல இருந்து உங்க அப்பா அம்மா உங்ககிட்ட பேசவே இல்லை, உங்களுக்கு எதுவுமே சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க, நீங்க என்ன வேணாலும் பண்ணலாம். What will happen? First 2 நாள் ஜாலியா இருக்கும், 3 நாள் ஓகே, 4வது நாள் you will get scared, no? சாப்பாடு போடுவாங்களா, உள்ள சேர்ப்பாங்களா, you get into fear. So actually what's happening is like the human mentality, the human, it's the old DNA. Only 10,000 years we are carrying the same DNA, and we are carrying the same gene of slavery and fear and anxieties and traumas. So this AI is just a distraction, or it's just a stopgap where the human is going to play a role under the AI. என்னோட பாத்துக்கிறதுக்கு ஒருத்தவங்க இருக்காங்க. எனக்கு தேவையானதெல்லாம் செய்யறதுக்கு ஒருத்தங்க இருக்காங்க. So AI. So that's the level, frustration level of a human on another human. And when it is rebuilt, again, this trust and faith and love, respect being rebuilt in 10, 15 years, we don't need AI or any of this. That's the first thing. And the second most important thing that's happening here is we think we are stupid compared to AI. But imagine AI is monitored, AI is manipulated, AI is being controlled by humans. But we have created a society where artificially, we have made believe to think that we are controlled by AI and the future belongs to AI. No. They did a survey, a psychological council did a survey in Europe. They find out, especially Asian countries, in boys, in 2050 to 2060, a big transformation is going to happen in the psychological realm and even maybe in the spiritual and the philosophical realm. In 2050 to 2060, 60% of men will be house husbands and 80% of the world will be run by women. And which is already happening. 2050 to 2060. So what happens to AI in 2050 and 2060? When the feminine is going to come out, they will say like, you understand? That's what is happening. So that's what I'm seeing. Idella fantasy, in the realm of fantasy, all these things will happen. It will pass on, everything will pass on. But I'm more worried about the
good news that actually Sir has appreciated girls, women's. Okay, so let us just take the positive of the message. Okay, and regarding boys, you don't just worry about anything. You have actually the very good mindset, cool mindset. You can handle any situation. Only thing is identifying the strength and weakness of us is very, very important. So what we have to do is we have to focus on our strength side. So thing is when both of us are working now, somebody has to be there to take care of the house. So they have just accepted that responsibility. That is not a wrong thing. Okay, thing is finally it is our family and we have to support our family whether it's monetary wise or physically. That is a different thing. It's only our perception. The only thing is don't take anything seriously. What we have to do is we have to understand the situation. Unless and until we adapt ourselves, okay, we cannot survive. So what big challenge you have, guys, is only what you have to do is you have to upgrade your skills, knowledge, okay, and then that will help you to just overcome all the situation. Nothing else tough. Only thing is your determination. That plays an important role. Okay, so all this only a research, only a finding. Finally, what is happening may be a different story. Okay, so let us not worry about all this thing. But unless and until we prove ourselves, we cannot survive. So what is important is upskilling, okay, upgrading, acquiring knowledge, and then understanding the current situation, understanding what is essential. And this will help you to survive. Okay, so it's only an indication that those who are not aware of the market condition, those who don't have the skill what is required, simply they acquire some skills and are happy with it, definitely that they will not survive. Okay, so only thing is now you focus. So during the studies itself, you just have a good rapport with your seniors and find out what is the market condition, what type of skills the industrialist people are actually expecting from your side. And then the scanning of environment, definitely that will help you a lot. So only thing is the communication help you a lot to sort out any issues, any problems. Even in the organization, if there is a conflict or if there is any resistance regarding the change, which one will help the HR manager to solve the problem is only communication. So we have just try to have a clear communication, interact with people, the social. Nowadays, we don't require a physical direct personal communication. Any place you can have you have the device that will help you to just communicate easily with anyone. Okay, so communication plays a vital role to solve many issues and solve many resistance problems. When there is a change, you have to explain what is the benefit we are getting out of it, why we have to make a change. Okay, so just explaining the benefits, and if we are not accepting the change, what issues we have to face, this explanation will definitely change the mind of the people. You should have an open mind. That is very, very essential. So parachute, what we are using it when the flight crashes or when any accident comes, we are using the parachute. That will work only when we open it. So have an open mind. Only that open mind will help you overcome all the problems and to survive. Okay, so guys, boys, do not worry about all these things. You are just selected a good college, you are doing your graduation, and then you are, by just attending all these conferences, you understand what is happening in and around. Is it not? So that latest changes, developments, so all this awareness will help easily handle the situation. So need not worry about this. It's only a part of discussion, not to threaten anyone. Thank you.
So, everybody, I have a slight different view from Mr. Simon. I'm an absolute anti-gender bias person. And I think, the talent is not limited to the gender. And I think why we are seeing, the growth in, the women capabilities, because the number of opportunities and socially acceptance of women, was much lesser in the past days as compared to now. So, the entire women's sect have got better and much wider, opportunity to prove their strengths. So I don't, believe that, competence is restricted to a gender. I think men also, have, massive strength. I mean, if we see, some of the profound leaders, the list of men is going to be really, really long. So I feel that each and every individual, can I have attention for just 5 minutes before you all, kind of have the, yes. Okay. So I think the kind of opportunity that is available for all of you is, absolutely equal. And, the potential that all of you hold to be successful and, being able to contribute to the commercial world, is equal, irrespective of what gender you are at. But yes, what is important is being relevant. Like, he mentioned some examples of how some large brands, became completely out of relevance. So, all of you have been to Cafe Coffee Day? All of you know Cafe Coffee Day? Please raise your hand. You all have been to Cafe Coffee Day, right? So, as you know, that the business, is completely getting doomed. Because why? Why? Because, it is completely out of relevance. I'm sure all of you may not have used, but, when probably in my teenage, I was a big fan of BlackBerry phones. You guys have heard of BlackBerry phones? Yes? So, BlackBerry phone was, one of the market leader at one point in time for the entire professional crowd. It went out of relevance because it did not upgrade itself. Or whether it's Nokia for that matter. So Nokia never adapted to the smartphone technology, and that is why they became out of relevance. So same rule is going to apply to all of you as individuals. The more today, the reality is, artificial intelligence. And to be able to be relevant in today's time, you have to learn an effective use of artificial intelligence. And that is only way that's going to keep you relevant, and an attitude to constantly keep upgrading yourself is what is going to be key for your successful in whatever stream you choose. Thank you very much.
That's really nice. She talked about BlackBerry, and the BlackBerry owner told Why would somebody use a phone without keypad? And that's where iPhone came and took over. Now there's a question, what is that the artificial intelligence doesn't have that we have? Number one is called empathy and justice. So I was talking to some of the judges where I took a classes for them. I asked, do you think AI will give judgments? They said it's not at all possible because human beings have something called as an intuition. Intuition is your subconscious processing, which gives you abundance of energy and knowledge. The second aspect is the empathy, where you put yourself in the shoes of the other people, where artificial intelligence cannot do it. It can just tell the law, but not deliver justice for that matter. Apart from that, we have something called as a common sense. When a computer makes a mistake, the mistake keeps on happening again and again. Unless the natural programming languages can take over this. Otherwise, the human has a common sense of how to deal with what. And you usually visualize the same with that robot cheeky movie, what happened in some of the scenes. So the next thing is what you must be equipped with. Number one, be prepared for continuous learning. You cannot say like, as it has been said, the adage goes, you can finish your school and college, but not your education. It's not possible. Continuous upgrade needs to happen. I was in IT industry, I was working for IBM where we started with C, became C++, B, C++, VB, Java. And today when I ask people, do you still work in VB, they say it's all, outdated. So they use new languages like Python and other things. The books you read, start with a book called The World is Flat by Thomas Friedman, I think. The World is Flat, it talks about the complete, how technology has overtaken. Then you can go and watch some YouTube channels. There are abundance of good YouTube channels, so be careful. And stay away from social media. So this is stay away in the sense, it's not that you can limit your timing, how much time you are spending it. Rather spend the time in updating something that would be better. So maybe the panel can also add what type of books to be read and what type of websites, is anything that you can suggest them, that would be really
good. Okay, first thing is like every religion has its own spiritual book, right? Like Christians have Bible and Muslims have the Quran. You have your Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata. My first recommendation for you is like know your culture, know your roots. Read your spiritual books, whatever it is. Like Bible padikalam, Quran padikalam, Bhagavad Gita padikalam, Mono padikalam. I've done my studies in all these three. Not much in Quran, but yeah, Bhagavad Gita and a little bit of Ramayana and Bible. I've done the full. I've read the full Bible like 3-4 times. Why I'm telling is like this will help you to understand your identity. What's the most important thing for a person is your identity. What is your identity that you want to create? What is the legacy that you want to create? If you don't have this purpose, it's not going to be helpful for you. Okay, book is something that is going to help you create your identity. I want to really thank both the dignitaries for supporting the men. But before that, I have a quick question. Given a chance, how many of you will be ready to be a house husband? Imagine your wife is from Sweden, Denmark, ஏதோ ஒரு countryல இருக்காங்க. அங்க போனா நீங்க உங்களுக்கு வேலை எல்லாம் கொடுக்க மாட்டாங்க. Okay, so how many of you are ready for being a house husband? Honestly, raise your hand. Yeah. So that the change is already happening. That's what I am trying to say. Already it's happening. We are seeing it, and that's what we are assuming. There's nothing wrong in that actually. Okay, there's nothing negative. Actually, being a house husband, I've been a house husband for almost a couple of years in my life. And இப்போ வேலை இல்லைன்னா house husband தான் நான். Programs இல்லாதனால. That is the most toughest job.
Simon is basically changing it away to matrimonial, spiritual prospects, house husbands. I don't know why he's promoting house husbands so much.
No, I'm not promoting. I'm telling the AI is changing the philosophy and psychology of human being. And I'm insisting that your spirituality is something that you should not give up because that's your identity. Okay, it's not about the religion. I'm talking about your spirituality is about your spirit and your God. So whatever, I have to honestly go, I've written in one of my book that you can't choose your God. It's God who chooses you. Okay, அது கிருஷ்ணரோ ஜீசஸோ அல்லாவோ அவர் டிசைட் பண்ணோம் நம்ம அவ்வளவு பெரிய ஆள நம்ம கார்டை நம்ம சூஸ் பண்றோம். Yeah, but that's a human pride. That's why we are not still able to have the harmony with the spiritual. So spiritual books, I have even I would suggest Ramana Maharishi's writings and even Vivekananda writings. I've done an intensive study on Vivekananda's writing. he consolidated everything actually. Vivekananda is so powerful because he consolidated Bible. He is not just for me. He is not just a Hindu priest or a Hindu. He is a total spiritual embodiment of India. That's how I look at his studies. And பாரதியார் கவிதைகள் படிங்க. மொழி ஆளுமை ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியம். நான் இப்போ என்னோட மிகப்பெரிய கவலை உங்களுக்கு தமிழும் முழுசா தெரியல, இங்கிலீஷும் முழுசா தெரியல. That's my biggest problem actually. At least take 1 year enough. Take 1 year. For me, Tamil it took 6 months, English it took 3 months. That's all. I can talk fluently in both the languages. I can quote some of the finest writings of Shakespeare to Bardiyar. Okay. So second thing is read your unga mother tongue ennavu and the books adula irukra books padinga. Tamil ana Arthamulla Indumadam, amazing book. Okay, and all the writings of Bhadridasan and even Sujata. I would recommend Sujata for each and every one of you personally. And இப்போ எஸ்ராவோட புக்ஸ் கொஞ்சம் டீசெண்டா இருக்கு actually comparatively. So read these kind of books, and to go to the next level, first choose your topic. Is it self development, emotional intelligence, or technology? Like said, இப்போ பைத்தான்லாம் போயிட்டு full stack வந்துச்சு, இப்போ அதையும் தாண்டி போயிட்டு இருக்கோம் நம்ம. Okay, ML ல போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். So take one topic, ஒரு book, one at a time, do it. If you are much interested in philosophy, psychology, technology, human species, then I strongly recommend 2 books. One is Homo Deus, and another one is Homo Sapiens. Both the books are written by Yuval Noah Harari. Amazing book. கடந்த 10,000 வருஷம் என்ன ஆச்சு, அடுத்த 10,000 வருஷம் என்ன ஆகும், இதுதான் the whole book. So I recommend these 2 books very strongly. So rest is you have to choose your passion, you have to choose your identity, and based on that your books will help you to light that light. Yes, ma'am. Over to you.
Sorry, before that, yeah. So how many of you are avid readers here? Please raise your hand. I am not. That's why. I don't love reading. I have no love. So being in this profession of consulting, I am forced to read. So that is why I read. But how many of you love reading? Okay. So most of you are like me. Great. I'm happy to see that. Okay, how many of you have heard of this college called Harvard Business School? Oh, that's great. So let me tell you guys, I don't read one book a week like, most of the successful professionals do. I probably, at best would be reading one book in 3 months. I'm that bad. So, but there's one thing that I religiously follow is something called as, please note down this. It's going to really help you, called HBR, which is Harvard Business Review. Have you all noted its name? Okay, you just have to go on Google and subscribe for it. There is a Harvard Business Review email that you will get it on every week. And the kind of insights it will give you on what's happening in the world. They'll only typically have about 4 to 5 points only. It is, at best 1 page to read, that's all. If you just read that, there is so much that you know on what is happening in the world and how things are evolving. How does it help? How it helps is that in absence of knowing on what's happening around, you will end up reinventing the wheel. You know this phrase called reinventing the wheel? Somebody many years ago invented something like a wheel. Most of the things run on a wheel today, and it is the most essential part of our livelihood. So the thing is that, we don't need to reinvent the wheel now, right? So you will end up creating or thinking or, ideating something that you have, that somebody has already cracked it. So only so to be relevant, it is important for you to know what's happening in the world. And the HBR is something which is a phenomenal place where I consume a lot of things on what's happening in the world. The last book, that I have read is AI Superpowers. So that is something also which is a very relevant book, in today's world. But yes, there is a lot to read, but if you can just follow this HBR, I think it's really going to help you. Thank you again.
Nowadays, the reading habit itself, actually, the youngsters don't have. even they are not preferring to have the prescribed books. Previously, when we are just long back, what we used to do is immediately our professor prescribes a book, we come and we just ask parents to get a copy. And we feel safe only when we have the prescribed copy with us. But now things have changed. So what they are doing is they are not at all, they feel that investing in a book is waste of money. Easily it is available online and then just whenever the library is also available. So not to just purchase a book. And thing is just they feel that it is waste to read a book. But thing is, when you are reading the book, you understand the perception of the author. Okay, so what he thinks, and that gives you a maturity. Because in day-to-day life, we have a lot of situations, and we handle sometimes even we end up in stress. And for handling things, situations, and to come out of the stressful situation, the maturity we require. And when we read the personality, the biography of people just who are successful, if you are reading it, that gives you an willpower, because even they have lost many things in their life. They have lost actually with little resources, they have managed to come out and to just achieve their goals. So all these things will give you the willpower to just come out of any situation and to just focus on your goal. So actually you read the biography of the people who are actually have just made their names in different fields, and Abdul Kalam's book that also will give you the ideas, the knowledge, the quotes will help you a lot. Okay, so reading books is only thing is that is giving us a maturity to handle the situation. Whether it is your subject book or other general books, philosophy book, religious book, whatever it may be, when you are understanding the author's point of view, the situations, that is helping you a lot to just handle things in a situation. Just even I read actually many people in Muslim people they read Quran but not with translation. Simply just like a custom, rituals, what they do is they will recite as you recite mantras in Sanskrit, same way our people also will recite a long, lengthy verses from Quran. Actually, the Quran is actually in Arabic language. It is not in my mother tongue. So I don't know what is written in the Quran. So what I do is in the morning, instead of reading the Quran in Arabic, I read in Tamil because I am very comfortable with Tamil. So I read the translation in Tamil, and that gives me a lot of strength to overcome any situation in my life. So actually, whenever anything comes, whenever anything happens, I feel that it is actually God has planned this particular situation for me. So I don't have any control to prevent. Only thing is I have to face it. That gives me an energy, and that makes me to take any critical situation. Okay, even if I feel I'm completely collapsed, I then immediately I restart my life thinking that this is incident that is actually planned by the God. And definitely God has definitely this learning will help me to just make things in a different way and just to strengthen, to just increase my strength. This particular situation has occurred in my life, then I have to restart somewhere I am wrong. I have to correct myself, and definitely I'll get the solution for the problem. So just like a mathematics books, what you have is at the end of all the books you have solution. Same way, for our problems, we have a lot of problems in our life, and we have solution. Only thing is we should be patiently, we have to find out the solution for our problem. So please read books, whether it is religious book, your subject books, or any books, the reading of books helps you to increase your knowledge, to get maturity, and to handle a burst of burst situation in your life. And don't think that whoever are successful personalities have a red carpet welcome they have received. No, at the end they might have, but they had a lot of struggles in their life. Okay, so we will also definitely, as a human being, we will have a lot of struggle in our life. Only thing is applying our knowledge and skills, finding out solution for the problem that will help us to move forward. So I pray Almighty to grant you success in all your endeavors. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you so much. Now we come to the fag end of this panel, so we will have some closing remarks. Which is the best AI-based language learning app? Anybody? It's called Duolingo. Duolingo. It's free. You can also have a subscription. So go to Duolingo. It's got a personalized learning app. How much do you progress? Based on that, it changes everything. I'm weak in music theory, so my brother plays. When I play, it completely changes the degree of severity to it. So there are a lot of apps today which can help you improve your language, your vocabulary. There's an app called Elevate, E-L-E-V-A-T, which can help you to improve your language and all other skills. So too many apps, AI-based apps, and too many technologies are coming. Industry 4.0, that is the same as Digitalization 4.0, is Germany is on the top. They created a principle, they created a factory, and they don't test anything in the factory. They created a digital twin of it. A digital twin is nothing but the same factory will be simulated. The same thing was done in John Hopkins. When a patient comes, they take all the parameters, they create a digital twin out of it. They perform the simulated surgery first or give the medicine and see whether all the parameters are matching. Behind that, there is always a AI. And now there's a kind of opened up with a couple of gender. Behind every successful man, there is an AI. Okay, great.
Any closing remarks? I think, any questions anybody has, and we have to answer. Volunteers, can we pass out the mics for people who have questions?
I have a question for Simon sir. You said that emotional intelligence is more like it's equal in AI intelligence. So I believe that women are far more better in emotional intelligence than men. So that's why there is a conflict of on women. So how can, as a man, how can I overcome this? And how can I develop emotional intelligence?
Okay, as a man, your biggest strength is like you can do one thing at a time perfectly well. Men are good at multitasking, so they can do a lot of things. But even for a whole life, you take one goal, you stick to that, and you dedicate your life. That's what even Vivekananda says. No, you take one goal, make it your dream, make it your life, and you live on that. You'll be successful. So take one thing. Don't get distracted with too many things. Next 10 years, the first 3 years of my life I dedicated as a banker. The next 6 years I've been working with Dell. Actually, I went as an analyst, but I moved into HR, then I into L&D. The next 15 years I dedicated myself for training and development. I did my studies in psychology, everything relevant to training and development. Today I'm studying artificial intelligence, which is 15 years back. I left it and I'm catching up now because still it is relevant to my field. So first you find out what is your field. In that field, what is your domain? What is your designation that you want to take it forward? Stick to that. In that particular skill, upskill yourself, upgrade yourself, be adaptable, be flexible. That will take you places. It's only 60% you put effort on your career. The balance 40% the career will take over. Thanks.
I think the biggest validation is if your girlfriend is happy, you learn emotional intelligence. Sorry, that's a joke.
Good morning. My question is for Sochi ma'am.
As you mentioned that you do not read any books, I am also a same kind of guy. But I keep updated from Twitter, sorry, X and other stuffs. So, do you think reading is important?
I think grabbing knowledge from every possible way is important. It doesn't matter from where you get it. So I believe experience is the best teacher. That's personally worked on to me. And yes, for being relevant, reading is important. I hope I've answered.
Someone from this side?
Women don't have questions?
Yeah, they have questions. But my question. Excuse me, somebody raise your hand. Any questions? Mic is coming to you. No. Something else is happening there, it seems. Okay. They have. No questions, sure? We'll wind up. No questions? One last call for questions. Please raise your hand visibly if you have any questions. I think we can. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us. We really appreciate and thanks for your patience.
Thank you. Once again, thanks to Dr. Sham. I know almost like I think he's working for 2 to 3 months for this one single event, and it was remarkably well said. I can see a lot of people went. And thanks for every team member, the backstage people who are working. Thank you so much. Amazing work. Thank you for the dignitaries. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks, sir. Thank you, sir.
What an insightful discussion. As we come to the close of this enlightening panel discussion, I would like to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to our esteemed panelists, Mr. Anand, Mr. Simon Anandraj sir, Ms. Suchi Hilocha ma'am, Mr. Vasudevan sir and Dr. Amtul Tawab ma'am for sharing their expertise and thought-provoking insights. Your valuable contributions have truly enriched our understanding on this topic. Once again, I thank everyone who actively participated in the panel discussion.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome guest of honor P. Purushothaman sir, correspondent and senior principal at Evergreen Group of Schools, and also the state education and legal advisor. Sir's literacy works includes more than 100 dramas and novels for school students, penned over 300 articles on various topics for English and Tamil newspapers. We are truly honored to have him, and his dedication to providing quality education is evident in every aspect as our school community. Sir has also brought up innovative schemes of education such as DDD, academic competitions, power period, etc. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us and choosing to be a part of our conference. Now I request Dr. J. Shamsundar sir, our conference director, to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. P. Purushothaman sir, with a present. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. R. Abhinaya ma'am, our organizing secretary, to felicitate P. Purushothaman sir with fruit hamper.
So thank you very much. It's a well organized event. I'm very happy to tell you that exactly 40 years ago I was a student here. We didn't come here. So it was here that I really learned so many things. What you have mentioned, the growth, the innovation, the resilience, all that I learned. Because basically I hailed from a village near Chengalpattu and I came to Chennai to study here. I got a seat here out of village. Then I went on to become a teacher in schools. Then I established a group of schools. Today, the panelists here very beautifully mentioned about the requirements. I singled that out of myself on three things. One is I focused on English learning, the conversation, the efficiency, the fluency, the writing, that really helped me a lot. That gave me the confidence to start a school of my own. Today, we have 22,000 students and 1,000 plus teachers in every week. The seed was sown here, down began here. So, being just a student or a graduate is not going to help. You have to do many more things, more than others. Wherever you go, you should shine brighter than many others. That is the only line. Because this is a country of population, more population, less resources. So that way, more people have already spoken to you. I do not want to take time. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Participants, the lunch is been for the participant. The lunch is been arranged in data center. Be batch wise, please go batch wise. There is only 30 chairs. Don't rush up. 30 benches, 30 chairs are there. So go batch wise, right? Data center, near data center, go batch wise. Don't rush up. Participant reporting time is 1:15. Participants reporting time is 1:15.
I kindly request all the registered participants who have tokens to go to data center. Only 30 members have to go in line and to the data center. I kindly request the volunteers to send 30 members who have tokens to the data centers.
Volunteers, நம்ம ஆடியோ மீட் பண்ணுவோம். 30 members. I repeat, don't rush up there. 30 members. Volunteers, take care.
Volunteers, please coordinate. All the volunteers kindly coordinate. The non-participants, please wait. Volunteers, please coordinate. The non-participants kindly wait until the participants leave.
மத்தியான செக்மெண்ட் போயிட்டு போதும்